Hey YouTubers, it is RC here with RC67, and I finished up a couple of custom cars that I wanted to showcase with you guys tonight. The first one here we're going to talk about is this 1970 Plymouth Superbird, and this is in the Richard Petty number and color. So this car was, and if you guys watched my previous video, this car was the art car from the Hot Wheels art collection that they have. It spells out a word or whatever because the letter on the top of the car. And I've been wanting to make a Superbird for a while, and I was just waiting to find one of those cars. And fortunately, I was able to find one when I was out earlier this week doing some Hot Wheel hunting, and I found one, and I had already ordered the decals for it, and I ordered some wheel sets, so I already had everything ready to go. I was just waiting to eventually get the car. So it came out pretty good. The blue it is kind of my own creation of a blue. So looking at the pictures that Richard Petty had from this era of his racing, I think the blue he has, it's actually called Richard Petty Blue. So it's a very unique color to his design and his color schemes. Well, I was not able to duplicate that because as far as I know, there's no Richard Petty Blue that I can find anywhere. So what I ended up doing is I looked at a bunch of pictures online, and just depending on which light you were in, it was a different shade of blue. So I took a darker blue, what's called misty blue, and then I laid that down, and then I came back with coral blue over the top to give it more of a light pale blue. So that's the color that I used to make the color for this car. And then of course the decals were one, all one piece there. So this side panel, that was a set of decals. Number on the top, that was decal. One here on the front, that was one decal. And then of course on the other side of the car as well, 43 there. So, but as a whole, I think it came out really well. I was really excited that I was able to get a blue set of wheels. The other thing I noticed in a lot of the pictures I saw, it had a blue set of wheels, it had a black set of wheels, it had a silver set of mag wheels style as well. So the car had multiple setups on it. I don't know if it was for track design or just whatever they had at that time. But my goal was I really wanted to get a Richard Petty Plymouth Superbird in my collection, and I was finally able to recreate one and get one. So now I've got a Richard Petty car, I've got a Kyle Petty car, and I got a couple Kyle Petty racing cars. So this will go in kind of my small NASCAR collection that I have of some of the ones that I've either put together or customized myself. So that's the first one there. The second one here is a 67 Camaro. This does have the opening hood. This is a car I picked up at a antique store a couple weeks ago for a couple dollars. And I've been wanting to do another custom Camaro with the bigger meat tires on the back and the smaller ones on the front and make it more of a muscle car style. Originally, I had painted this car in green, and I just didn't like it. There was a flaw on the top of the car that when the green was painted on it, it showed through. So I threw it back in the stripper, and I really had to work at sanding the car down and really, really looking at some of the imperfections on the car so that way it wouldn't show through on the paint. So I was able to get that imperfection out, and then some of the other imperfections. There was one on, I think it was the driver's side door. There was an imperfection that also was showing through with the green. So after I got it all sanded out again and then polished it up a little bit, I decided I was going to paint it in this burgundy red. And I don't actually have the color burgundy red, but what I did to make it the burgundy red is I painted the car in a flat black, and then I came back with what's called Mystic Red, or Mystic Pearl Red is what it's called. And I sprayed that over the top of it, which gives it this like a burgundy or a root beer color to it. So if it's in the sun, it has a root beer color. In this lighting, it looks a little bit more burgundy. But either way, I really, really, really like this color. And it'll be a nice piece to go with my collection. The only thing on this car that I was not able to fix, because there should be on this lower window pillar here, the lower frame, there should be another white stripe of decals that go there. That was smashed down, and I was able to push it up a little bit. But unfortunately, I was not able to get it all the way straight. I was afraid if I kept pushing on it, it might break it, and then I'd have to JB weld it, which would be more work on the car, and I really didn't want to do that. So I got it straightened out as best I could without creating more of a problem. But nonetheless, the car came out real well. It is a metal bottom here, polished it up pretty good, and then put the little fasteners on the bottom of it so it secures the car. But it came out really nice. I was really happy with this one. So I have another 67 Camaro to go into my collection. So, but anyway, I hope you guys like what you saw here. If you wouldn't mind, give me a comment, give me a thumbs up, or subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it. So, but I hope everyone is doing well, and I hope everyone has a great weekend coming up. This is RC67 signing out.